going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So at this current moment, I am about 30 hours fasted, and it is crazy. I feel pretty good. It should be nice and bright for you. I changed the lights around a little. I want to talk about how to instantly get over your ex. The first thing that you need to do is instantly put into your mind that it's over and you're never getting back together ever. When you do that, it's going to instantly put your mind into healing mode. So anybody who seriously has an issue getting over their ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend is going to, deep down, they have this feeling like, oh, maybe we'll get back together. You're not forcing the thought into your mind that you need to move on, that you need to move forward. And that's the hardest thing to do because you are going to feel alone. You're going to feel like you can't do this by yourself. And this is exactly why I have my group and stuff like that, because some of the guys there are having a seriously hard time getting over their ex and putting that thought into their brain that it's completely over. And that is actually the most important thing to get them back to, because once you've actually put that into the universe, depending on what you believe, because this is when I see like exes come back all the time, is when you have moved on yourself. And some of you guys have probably been through this before, where you finally moved on, you finally have pushed to that next level of getting over your ex and just kind of living your life again, and suddenly they call you. And that's always what happened to me. So one thing I really want you guys to start doing is putting that finality into your brain. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down, and write down like when you want to be over your ex by. And this is a really cool thing that I do for my goals, because when I write something down from my brain to a piece of paper, it becomes a goal. It becomes something you want to achieve. And again, remember, you want this to happen because you guys are afraid that if you put that into your brain that you'll never ever get them back, and that's just the fear talking. Little do you guys know that that's actually what brings people back to you. And I made another video like this called Let Them Go to get them back, because that's the most important thing to do. It's going to pull them back into your life, especially after you started some serious self-improvement. So I know it hurts. I know it hurts a lot. I know it's one of those things that you don't want to do, again, out of fear, but it's going to be one of those things that you have to do in order to make your life happy. So one very, very important thing that I want you guys to understand too, that the longer that the relationship is, the longer that you have been with the person, the longer it's going to take to get into this mode of healing. It's going to take a really, really long time for you to get into the point where you're like, okay, you know what? Like, I really, really need to make this happen. Whether you like it or not, it will be forced upon you if your ex never, ever wants to come back either. So you need to make sure that you understand that it will take time to heal. It will take time to get to this place. And you're going to feel a whole plethora of emotions as well. You're going to feel everything. You're going to feel anger, frustration, especially frustration, because you're going to feel frustrated because you feel like your ex will still care about you, or maybe they'll have some sort of thing that they did. Maybe they might portray some sort of action or feeling towards you still after the breakup, like through texting or whatever, and it will reel you back in emotionally, even though they haven't even made that commitment towards you. So those are things you have to be really, really careful of. And before I close out this video, I want you guys to also remember that you guys are great. There is no like the one. Okay, we in the manosphere call it the one-itis. So if you have one-itis, it's because you think that your ex is the only person that will ever love you and ever care for you like the way that you felt. Okay, and the thing is, the person that you were with most likely is not the highest value person that you could have gone out with in the first place. Most people end up settling. Most people end up going into this place where they're like, okay, this person's really, really cool, and I'm right here in life, so I'm going to go out with them. And I know it doesn't really happen systematically like that, like step by step, but people don't also second guess that. And again, you guys are also running off of your emotions too. Fellas, I want you guys to understand that if you go out with a girl based on how she makes you feel, it's really, really easy to fall into, right? It's really easy to fall into, but it's going to fuck you over it's going to fuck you over. Because what ends up happening is you don't look at it from a logical standpoint. You look at it from an emotional one. So when you are able to step back and you're like, okay, what about this girl is so great? That's when you'll be like, okay, and you can point out the things that you absolutely love about the person. It's like support, how much they care about people, stuff like that. Those are the traits and qualities that you're looking for. Not, oh, she sucks my dick so well that, you know, it feels like my soul's coming out. You know what I mean? You don't like that. Yeah, that's great. And you can find women who have both sides, who are fantastic people inside and out. And then the ones that make you feel good as well. When you have both, then you're able to actually be completely happy. And if you step back and you start, and this is, again, this all comes from fear that you'll never find somebody, the fear that you'll be alone. Because if you are with somebody who doesn't fill those shoes, then you're not going to want to leave. You're going to have a hard time leaving because you're like, oh, well, you know, I'll never find another person. Because most people are afraid to be alone because they don't want to face themselves. They don't want to be in this point where they, you know, might not ever find somebody else. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to actually have to face their fears either. They don't want to have to face the things that they suck at. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. So just put it, and again, summary, put it into your head that the relationship is done, that you're never, ever getting back together. And that's exactly what I did in the past to get over every one of my exes. And guess what? They all fucking contacted me. And I was always able to find another girl not long after. Okay, there's another bus around the corner, okay? And it's really, really easy to see once you see it and once you see the result. But taking the first step is the most difficult thing. And remember, you guys are awesome. But you guys have to become even more awesome and become better and stronger versions of yourselves to attract the higher quality women out there who won't just run away at the first sign of trouble, who aren't shitty with their emotions, okay? I'm going to leave you guys with that done. Coaching is down below. Leave you with that done. Is that what I just said? Coaching is down below. See you guys in the next one. Done.